What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here, back with another action figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Jujutsu Kaisen greatness. This is from the movie Jujutsu Kaisen 0. We're going to be taking a look at Suguru Geto. Let's get right into it, starting off with the sexy packaging. Now, most packages from SH Figuarts are about the same. As you guys can see, you got the window where you can see the figure and some of the accessories. It says SH Figuarts right there, the name of the character. Then it says what SH Figuarts is all about. You got some stuff at the bottom, who is designed by, where it was made from, some images along the side, the name of the anime slash movie, Tamashii Nation's Bandai. You got some more images up here, one on bottom, a couple on the side showing the accessories, nothing on this side. And then, of course, on the back, you got some more images of the figure up top, and then at the bottom, a bunch of stuff I can't read because I imported this. Big shout out to the studio that animates Jujutsu Kaisen because, man, it always looks beautiful. Anyway, let's go ahead and bust this figure out of the packaging because you guys know how I get when it comes to JJK. Now, straight out of the package, I'm going to go ahead and say it. From an execution standpoint, this is potentially the best JJK figure we've gotten from Tamashii Nations thus far. Mostly because there's absolutely no reuse in this one, and it probably required the most sculpting detail versus what we've gotten from characters like Yuji, Megumi, Nobara, Gojo, which some of them had the potential to share the same parts, just bigger or smaller depending on the size of the character. This is absolutely no reuse. And one thing I forgot was Yuta. Yuta was a great figure, and honestly all of them have been great figures, but this guy right here is just in a different ball game because his outfit is so different from any of the JJK characters that we get, especially in JJK High. This is just sick, man. I love this thing a lot already, and I'm not even the biggest fan of this version of Suguru Geto. Honestly, I like him more in terms of what we're gonna get in season 2. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I really love his beginning character arc. But anyway, I'm not gonna waste any more time. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at this guy because, man, this figure is sick. Now, I know there are some people who were questioning why he didn't come with the scar on his forehead. First of all, if you watch the movie, you'll know that he doesn't have the scar in the movie. And also, if you read the manga, you'll know that there is a completely different reason why he has the scar. I'm not going to spoil anything once again, but there's a reason he didn't come with it. And I know that that means we're going to see this figure again, hopefully with some different expressions. I can already think of one that we should get, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, onto this figure itself, man. This thing is sick. And I got a little spot on my neck. Let's hope I can rub that off. Let's see here. Oh, no, doesn't look like I... Oh, yes, I can. Dope, dope, dope. There we go. We got that out of the way. Sick. Now back to how dope this figure is, man. First off, you got that Suguru Geto smirk. That looks so good. They did so well on the eyes, man. They're very slim, slender, as they should be. The sculpt work for the hair with the little man bun in the back. Oh, man, this looks so good. I really love his garbs also. Like, I didn't care for his outfit in the movie, but in figure form, this is really nice, man. I love how they did this. Now, granted, there is going to be one issue, and it's going to be this right here. That little gap right there. I don't know any way they could have done that any better. But, I mean, as long as you have the arms, like, moderately bent, you're not going to see it. But if you bend them all the way, that is going to be there. So if you pose him, it's just all about how you're going to have to pose him around to hide that gap. I know that's going to be an issue for some people. I don't particularly like it, but I'm not an action figure designer, so I don't really know any way they could have done that any better. If you know, feel free to comment. Now, one thing I want to show is this right here. This is what holds the piece, this little extra piece that he wears together. All you do is just kind of pull this string and you tighten it. As you can see, it does get a little loose, but again, you just kind of pull it. And I'm not doing it on camera because who knows, I'm gonna hit my camera and knock it over or something. But yeah, as you guys can see, there's a ton of articulation points in there, man. You got a diaphragm joint, you got a lower waist joint, you've got a swivel at the bottom there, and then in terms of this piece right here, it is super flexible, so it's not gonna get in the way of articulation at all. I know some people don't like the design of the pants. Also, this is some complaints I heard with the Bleach figures, but what can you do, man? They're big, bulky, huge pants. Like, if you want to add articulation in there, it's gonna look a little awkward. There's nothing that can be done about it. And some people are saying soft goods. Come on now. We're not trying to make SH Figuarts mezcos, and plus if they do that, it's probably going to make the figures cost a ton more, and people are already complaining about how much they have to spend on these as it is. And Tamashii Nations is all about their money, so their execution has to be what is best fit for the company. So I'm not going to complain about this, which in my opinion it doesn't look bad anyway. I actually really like this. It can look a little wonky in certain poses, but I'm fine with it. But anyway, all the way down to the feet, the paint is just, it's clean, man. This is a very clean, a very sleek feeling figure, and I like this so much, man. Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna like this as much as I do, but this is a very dope figure, man. I can't say that enough. And the JJK line, it's no surprise. I'm liking everything, but damn, man, Suguru Geto is just, he's not one I was expecting to like this much, but this thing is sick, bro. Anyway, let's go ahead and put him back and see how tall he stands, because otherwise, you guys know how I get. Now, when it comes to the height on this figure, to the top of his head, as you guys can see, he's a tad bit over 6 inches, right under 6.5. So, pretty tall figure, as he should be. Most of the JJK figures have been a little bit on the bigger side, which is okay with me. And of course, if you want to see how he scales with other characters, I will be doing some size comparisons later on in the review. When it comes to this figure, there's a lot of things to be happy about, but I think the articulation is probably the best. First off, his hair is on a hinge, and as you can see, it goes all the way back out, which is going to kind of help with those looking up poses. He's not going to look up very far, but considering the design and the sculpt, I feel like this works enough. He looks down very, very well. Of course, you got all kinds of motion at the head. I believe it's on a double ball peg. The arms go up and out about that much, so he can punch up no problem. And he does have butterfly joints as well. They don't work the best, but you can bring his hands in about that far, so punching forward still not going to be very bad. Let's see, I wish you could bring him a tad bit further, but considering the design, I think this is more than acceptable. He has a very generous bicep swivel, single jointed elbow with pretty much double jointed range. You just kind of got to move the hand in, and then there you go. Geto can flex like all the way, but again, you get that gap in there. To me, I'm not going to consider that a problem. I'm sure you guys are, so I'll list it as one, but it doesn't bother me, honestly. The hands are going to be on a ball peg, very, very generous ball peg, and you can move them around freely. Just a tad bit of hindrance bringing them up, not so much back, so that's really good also. Now, again, I want to show this off, because in here is where I feel like this was just so perfect, man. I wonder if they could do something like this with Madara. I doubt it, because it's a metal chest piece that he wears, but the articulation in here is just superb, yo. You can get him to, let me move his arms out of the way so you guys can see that better. You can get him to lean back about that much, forward about that much, and honestly, I wasn't expecting any of this, but there is quite a bit of rocker in there. Now, the range isn't going to be the best, but again, for this figure in particular, I think this is more than acceptable. You get swivel right here at the waist. When it comes to the legs, look at that, man. Forward and back, not much hindrance at all. That is just incredible, man. And then kicking all the way out, no problem. He does have a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, foot goes down about that much, up about that much, very generous ankle pivot, and then he does have a toe hinge. So articulation wise, for everyone who's worried about being able to pose this figure, you don't have to worry, man. Literally the only issue I would say I have with this guy is the fact that this piece right here is going to come out, but I'm okay with that, man. That doesn't really bother me, because I don't know any other way they could have worked this in here, because if they had sculpted this on, it would have been so annoying to deal with. And with as much as people complain these days, I'm glad that they chose to do this as a soft plastic piece. I feel like that was very genius on Tamashii Nation's part, and again, the execution of this figure is flawless in my opinion. Now, when it comes to accessories, you don't get the most with this guy, but I believe you get just about everything that you needed. Honestly, there's only one thing that I wish they included, and I'll tell you what that is in just a sec. First off, he comes in the package with his signature smirk and a pair of fist hands. He does come with a pair of stylish pose hands, as you guys can see. He comes with a pair of gripping hands, which these are for his weapon. I'll show in just a sec. And then he comes with two right hands. He comes with one like reaching type of right hand, and then he comes with a right hand for his I said fur, I don't know what I'm talking about, for his cursed energy absorption technique. And this is basically when he absorbs curses. This technique is very, very handy, and to be honest, quite OP in my opinion, but I do really dig this. Now, in terms of expressions, he comes with this do not trust this expression face. This is almost like a fake peaceful smile. He does come with a more evil signature grin. And then he comes with an annoyed looking to the side face. I honestly think this is when he was looking at Maki, when he was like disappointed in her, but there will be no Maki disrespect. And then he comes with this really dope hair blowing accessory, and basically what you do is you just attach it to a hinge. Now, this is something I don't have a problem with, but I really hope the hinge on this figure is strong, because as we all remember, if you had the SH Figuarts Yamcha for too long, eventually that hinge just broke randomly, and I heard a lot of people were having that issue. Now, the last thing we got are his nunchucks, which he will beat the brakes off of you with. Not Yuta though, but he will beat the brakes off you with these. Don't get it twisted. These are sick, man. The paint is very clean on these. It's actually metal chain that connect them. This is just sick. I really, really love this. So accessories, yes, he comes with plenty. Now, the only thing I wish they would have added is not this one. Actually, yeah, a more evil like grinning face, because there was this expression that he had in the movie where I don't remember what happened, but it was a super evil grin, and I was like, dang, that would have been so cool to have. But other than that, everything is perfect. I can't think of anything else that we need. Now, moving on to size comparisons, here he is standing next to two figures that actually matter. We have him standing next to the SH Figuarts Yuta Okotsu. We also have him standing next to his best friend, the SH Figuarts Jujutsu Kaisen 0, Suguru Geto. And then I had to throw the main character in here. Here he is standing next to an SH Figuarts Yuji Itadori. Next up, for some more SH Figuarts, I had to throw Sukuna in here. If you know, you know. We also have him standing next to the SH Figuarts Nobara Kugisaki and the SH Figuarts Megami Fushiguro, who I don't think either of them ever end up meeting Suguru Geto. I might be wrong, correct me in the comments, but I don't think so. Now, this is for my people who like to mix and match the lines. In case you're not collecting the SH Figuarts and you only collect the Figma, but you are thinking about picking up this Geto, here he is standing next to all of the Figma versions of the main cast. We have Yuji, Gojo, and Megami, and honestly, I think that this Gojo probably works a little bit better with this Geto. I feel like the SHF is just a tad bit too tall. This one isn't bad, and honestly, I think Geto works well with Yuji and Megami. Not sure if he's taller than them or not. I don't keep up with character scaling, but I think this looks fine. If you do want to mix and match, there shouldn't be a problem. Lastly, for some extras, here he is standing next to a Figma Kimetsu no Yaiba or Demon Slayer Tanjiro Kamado, the Mafex or Metacom Toys Nightwing, which I just reviewed. Go check that out if you haven't already. This is a very dope figure. And last but not least, the Marvel Legends 3-pack Daredevil. All in all, when it comes to this release, this is one I gotta say. It could very well potentially be my favorite figure in the JJK line so far. And I said it earlier. Obviously, I am a much bigger fan of characters like Yuta, Yuji, Gojo, but the execution of this figure just makes it so fun that it's just a blast, man. This is one that I am truly going to enjoy posing around, and I know a lot of people passed on this, probably because Tamashii Nation's first solicitations in terms of their images, it didn't seem like this guy would be able to pose around very much. But then, just before the release, they showcased what this figure could really do. I was already sold before that, but then I think a lot of people jumped on the train of picking this guy up. If you haven't gotten it already, stop playing, bro. If you are a fan of JJK, go and get this figure. And I know someone's gonna be in my comment, the sash, the broken elbows. Like, bro, shut up. Like, shut the fuck up. Stop it. Y'all always looking for some shit to complain about. Shut up. This figure is solid, bro. That's all there is. It's a solid figure. If those two things are going to deter you from buying it, you weren't planning on buying it in the first place. So what are you here for, my guy? Get off my video. Anyway, we're not finna turn this into a rant. Bro, I love this thing, yo. I really, really love this thing. Y'all see how quick I switched up energy? I'm bipolar as hell sometimes. But I love this thing, man. I really do. If you are a JJK fan, at least get this figure to experience it, man, because it is such a joy. This is like, I feel like I just got a really great sermon at church or something. And, well, I feel like a Christian who just got a great sermon at church. And I know y'all are like, Ace, relax, bro. It's an action figure. I love anime. I love JJK. I love action figures. So, obviously, I'm going to love this thing, man. And that's all there is to it. If you don't have this figure, again, go get it. That's my review. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I'm sweating bullets talking about this figure. Not really, but I feel like I am. But yeah, go pick this figure up. Drop a like on this video if you did enjoy it. Make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. Follow me on everything you see listed in the description below. And lastly, make sure that you are subscribed. I said that already, but I've been hearing a lot of people say they haven't really been seeing my videos pop up. So again, make sure you are subscribed. We have plenty more reviews coming, 3, 4 actually, that I have planned. So yeah, be on the lookout for those. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and bye.